Good day everyone, this is Patrick from ECFX Code Trading System, and it's Tuesday the 17th September 2019, and we'll take a look at the daily analysis for Euro, Cable and the Aussie dollar. Let's start off with the Euro dollar, and after last week's ECB announcement on Thursday, there was a slight follow through on Friday just to spike through the 111 round figure level before pulling back to close near the monthly pivot. And yesterday was a bearish continuation move after a shooting star-like candlestick, and fell all the way back to the 110 round figure level and the 21 Fibonacci retracement level as well. And let's switch to the 4-hour time frame so that you can see the moves. The weekly pivot is at 110.36 and price has already fallen below that. The next support level below this will be at the weekly S1 pivot level at 109.63. Now we also draw a Fibonacci retracement. You can see that it's fallen to the 62 Fib retracement level. So there could be some consolidation with resistance at the 38 Fib area and the weekly pivot, and support at the moment at the 62 Fib level. If this support breaks, then it will likely target the weekly S1, which is just near the 78 Fib retracement level. So these will be key zones of interest. With short-term resistance at 110.40 and support at 109.60 area. You can see the resistance is at that's the 38 Fib retracement, the weekly pivot, as well as the 55 period EMA. Right, so there could be a consolidation for today, and we'll see how the price reacts at the FOMC rate decision on Thursday morning at 2 a.m. Singapore time. There's also German ZEW economic sentiment this afternoon. Let's switch to the cable. And after a bullish close last Friday, the cable gapped lower about almost 40 pips from after hitting the 125 key psychological resistance level here. Let's switch to the 4-hour time frame. And now price is has just hit the weekly pivot at 124.12, so it could be centering around that level. Support is at the 55 period EMA, and if it's slightly below that, the weekly S1 is at 123.19. We can also take a look at the Fib retracement from last week's high and last week's low, and it has already retraced to the 38 Fib level. It could continue further. There's a confluence of 50 Fib retracement here at 123.70, so this could be a potential target area. And if it falls lower, there is the 55 period EMA as well as the 62 Fib retracement level. So there are two areas of interest that we want to see potential price action bounce for continuation long back up to retest the 125 if possible. Alright, and on Thursday there'll be two key events for the FOMC rate decision as well as the Bank of England on Thursday night. Before that, there's also CPI figures on tomorrow, on Wednesday. So this will be a key week for the cable as well as a meeting in Europe for UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson. So it's quite a number of events that could present some volatility for these sterling pairs. Let's move on to the Aussie dollar. And after 4 attempts to break through the 50 Fib retracement level, and today it has dropped lower towards the 38 Fib area and below the weekly S1 pivot and the daily 55 EMA as well, and it's fallen from the weekly pivot at 0.6870. This is after the RBA released the minutes of the monetary policy meeting, and it's approaching the 200 period EMA. So this retracement is expected. We can also take a look at the short-term retracement levels, and the 38 Fib retracement level is near the weekly S2 pivot. So there is a potential target area as well as a area of support just above the round figure of 0.68, which is definitely a key support area. So we'll see how the price progresses, and Thursday of course is also affected by the FOMC rate decision, and then Thursday morning there is the employment report from Australia, so this will provide some opportunities as well early on Thursday morning. Alright, so until then we'll follow up on Thursday, where it should be after these two key events. Alright, meanwhile, have a good trading week and cheers.